content. All right, guys, welcome to the Love Out Loud Open Q&A. I am the founder of Love Out Loud, Rebecca Lynn Pope, and we are in our first month of getting Love Out Loud off the ground, so we're really excited. Atlanta is our first city that we're launching our street team ministry in. It looks like Cleveland is up next after Atlanta, and then after that, we'll be letting you guys know city by city as we're announcing the rollout. So yeah, coming on tonight, this is really just an informal, very casual, very fun. Any Q&A, any questions you have about Love Out Loud, about becoming a volunteer, or any of our scheduled training, anything like that. One of the things to let you guys know, our volunteer and street team training, our virtual training is now available inside of our volunteer platform. So virtual training 1 and 2 are inside of our digital platform. So when you are approved to as an official volunteer for Love Out Loud, you get an email and it has a link into the virtual training and then if you have any questions, you can always email us, or you can come into the open Q&A and ask questions as well. So really excited about Love Out Loud, guys. It's the 22nd. The 15th, this Saturday, is a meet and greet in Atlanta. For those who are close to Atlanta or live in Atlanta and you want to come so you can learn more, meet some of the volunteers in Atlanta, you can come to that on the 15th. The link for that is inside of our Facebook group. When you become an official volunteer, that's when you actually fill out your application form. You get all of that information communicated to you in email to you with links. So you're up to date with locations and all of that. And then the 22nd in Atlanta is our official launch for Atlanta. Our street teams will be out and deployed on the 22nd. We have a photographer, so we're going to actually be in the streets. Actually, our community teams, our corner teams, everybody out with our signs, our affirmation cards. And so we will actually be in motion on the 22nd. And that's also going to be a photo shoot so that we can capture content and video content for our social media and all of that as well. So we're super duper excited about Love Out Loud and the momentum that's building with that. Do any of you guys have any specific questions? Hi, Nancy. Hi, sweetheart. Whitney, I see you. Marcella, hello. Hi, Nancy. How are you, honey? Let me see if I can unmute you.
Sorry, there I am. Hey, Rebecca. Hi. Good to see you again.
So good to see you, sweetheart. How have you been?
I've been good, busy, as you can see, probably.
Busy as usual. Ain't nothing changed.
Yeah.
Nothing changed at all.
Good to see you, hon.
Whitney's waving too. Hi, Whitney.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, sweetheart. How are you?
I'm doing well. So I did have a quick question. Okay, so Nancy, I actually...
Hold on. Let me make sure. Nancy, did you have a question?
No, I didn't, Rebecca. I didn't. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Sounds good. Okay, you got a question, Whitney. What you got for me?
Yes. So I'm really excited. So I filled out the application to be a volunteer. I'm in Charlotte, but I have family that's in Atlanta. So I did want to try and come to the meet and greet, but I know you said that you have to be approved first officially, right?
When did you put in your application?
I literally just put it in today.
Okay, so you should, we're processing applications pretty quickly right now.
Okay.
Just ready for our launch. So you should get a letter by tomorrow. I'll try to remember to go take a look so we make sure we get you processed, because you want to be able to know that you're approved in order to come down, right?
Exactly right.
Okay, perfect. So what we'll do, you just stay on the lookout for an approval tomorrow, as long as everything's good, and then you'll get a link, an email with all the details for the meet and greet link, our Facebook group, all the information, the virtual training. So you'll need to start working on that. And then the 22nd is our official launch in Atlanta, and that's going to be really a lot of fun. I have recruited in the men, ladies. As you know, with any movement, it is typically, the ladies who show up in droves to support, really great causes. And then we have to actually recruit the men in. And so we are recruiting in the men. We have several, I think my last count was 7 or 8 men that we have already RSVP'd for the 22nd as well. So I'm really excited that the men are going to come on and see what we're doing and be part of it. Whitney, did you have any other questions for me?
Oh, no, ma'am. Thank you.
All right, I'm excited. Thank you so much, Whitney. I look forward to seeing you Saturday.
Yes, you too.
Okay. Okay, any other questions, guys? Cherie, I see you. Shante and Numa. Hello, everyone. Any more questions? Anybody have any questions about our meet and greet, about our overall mission, about what street teams are doing and what that activity looks like? Everybody good on all of that? Shante Perkins, I think it is. Did you have any questions, hon? Rashida, hi, sweetheart. Welcome in, guys. So we are a nonprofit. We are a 501c3. Everyone should, I have to make these announcements because I have to think about, repeating myself in each of the open Q&As. We are an official 501c3. We do consider our street teams a ministry, right? But we are not affiliated with any religious organization or any denomination. We're not affiliated with anything like that. Tiana, hi, sweetheart. And so, we are definitely just very inclusive. We are non-discriminatory. We are, everyone is welcome. Everyone is welcome to serve at Love Out Loud. Everyone is welcome to serve on a street team, to volunteer for our back office. If you have any special talents or gifts that you could donate some time to Love Out Loud, we are going to need your help. Because we are going to go viral. We're going to grow very fast. Momentum is already picking up, but as soon as we really hit the streets and our t-shirts and our wristbands and signs and affirmation cards, the word will start to go out because there's just not anything like us out there right now, right? So this is a new concept. It's going to be really fun. It's going to be a really great way to give back and to sow love into our communities, guys, in such a really, really simple way. Shanti says, I'm trying to turn on my mic. Okay, I'm going to ask to unmute and see if you get an alert, Shanti. So you're able to click if you see it. Tiana, did you have a question? Whitney, you got another question? Oop, I actually muted you back.
When you mentioned talent, so what kind of talent are you needing?
We need help with social media management. We need help with well, the biggest thing we need help with is going to be team leaders in each of the cities as we roll out, Whitney. So if you are open to being a team leader so that you can actually coordinate in your city, like our first team there. So with you coming to Atlanta, that would be really great for we could come up to Charlotte and help you train a team. Like we would announce Charlotte opening and then people would volunteer in Charlotte and then we would be able to come up and help you train them to deploy your street teams up there and let that start growing. So that's one of the best ways that you can help is by actually deploying street teams in each of the cities. So if you feel like that's something within your lane, like that type of team leadership, definitely that. Besides that, we need lots of virtual help. We have people who are volunteering graphic design. We have another lady who's volunteering virtual personal assistant work. Like to do our newsletter. We're just going to end up needing, imagine, Whitney, we're just getting started, but imagine when we have 10,000 volunteers just on the Eastern Seaboard, right?
Yeah, that's a lot.
Coordinating training, coordinating shipments, shirts and signs and wristbands and I mean, just all kinds of stuff. That's going to be a lot of logistics, a lot of management, customer service, managing emails, that come in, that type of stuff. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of, we're gonna need help.
So how do we sign up if there's something that we can contribute to that?
You can send an email to volunteer at
Mhm.
joinloveoutloud.com, or
Mhm.
volunteer, and just let us know if there's something you want to donate, or you have time to do, or you want to donate a certain skill set or something. Just let us know in that email, and then we can. Right now we are so new that it, people are offering, we're like, I'm available, and it's like we don't know what to do with people quite yet, but
Yes.
good problem to have, right? We're going to
Right.
have lots of people ready to help as we continue to grow, and we are expecting it to grow like crazy. So yeah, so if you send us an email, that way you can be on our radar of letting us know whatever it is you could do. That way we can keep you in mind as we grow.
Okay, awesome. And I'm sorry, just one more question. So I know you're recording this. So will we have access to this recording?
Yeah, that's a good question. I may just put them on YouTube. I mean, I don't know what else to do with them really,
How
about
about
other
that
than
too?
post.
So,
Oh, no. I did post them in our Facebook group for our
okay.
official volunteers. I posted them in Facebook group, but I should make them public, because then people can just watch them and answer their questions. So yeah, I'll probably put it on my YouTube.
Okay, awesome. I'll be looking out for it.
So nice to meet you, Whitney.
Yes, yeah. I'm just gonna stick around, just listen and see if there's any good
Okay.
questions.
Sounds good, sweetheart. Thank you. Tiana, I saw you come on camera. Hi, sweetheart. Did you have any questions? Shantae, did we figure out how to unmute your mic?
Yes.
Hi.
And I'm sorry I came in late. I was in the middle of something.
That's okay. You're right on time.
Thank you. It's such a pleasure to meet you. Blessings,
Pleasure.
I love you.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. So did you have any questions for about Love Out Loud and everything we're doing?
Okay, so I know you want your street teams. Like, basically, what will the street teams be doing? Is it like event coordinating, or I'm just trying to,
So,
just kind of, yeah.
so just trying to get the feel for what it is.
Yes.
So phase 1, so Love Out Loud 1.0, we are deploying street teams. Initially, we're rolling out Atlanta first. There's 2 types of teams. There's corner teams and community teams. Corner teams will hold signs at street corners that say things like honk for love, you are loved, we love your smile, and just hold up signs as smile, dance, anything to make people feel good as they pass by, right? And honk.
Okay.
So we're just sowing that joy and that love and that fun into our community, because obviously it's contagious, right? We also then have affirmation cards. Those are, I got to pick them up at the printer, actually. We have our first batch coming off the printer, and the affirmation cards are 2-sided, kind of like a 4x6 postcard. But on one side, it's just an affirmation, our very first affirmation. Let me see if I can pull it up to show you guys. If I have it, I think I have to open it first because Zoom is just so tricky. Hold on one second, guys. I'm going to go over here and see if I can find it. I think this is it.
I'm in Texas, right? And you talking about us dancing. It's like almost 100 degrees out here.
I know. It's so hot in Atlanta too, but we won't. So we will go, you'll get assigned to a team, and then you'll get assigned times to go out and meet with your team. We have the buddy system and group system.
Okay.
And so you'll actually get assigned to go out for certain periods of time. So you think of it like this. It's not like we're going to be out for 5-6 hours at a time at the hottest part of the day or anything like that. If you do an assignment or where you're out for an hour, 2 hours, we're good, right? So we'll be taking turns and doing shifts, and as we continue to grow, in kind of like what's it called, schedules, team schedules, to where okay, Saturday at 10 a.m. I've got to be out by the Walmart in my community, because we're going to hit up that corner and we're going to hand out affirmation cards for people who come in and out of Walmart that morning.
Yeah, but people are still volunteering out here even though the heat, so it's all good.
What was that? I couldn't hear you, honey.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said people are still volunteering out here in outdoor activities, even with the heat. Like on
That's
July
right.
4th, there's plenty of volunteers out. So
So
yeah.
as long as we stay hydrated, we don't get overheated, we're good. You know, we go out for a couple hours at a time, we'll be good. So this is the affirmation, our first affirmation card. This is one side where it says, may love cover and comfort you today. So we're not selling anything, guys. The beauty of us being out in the community is all we're doing is offering the gift of love. We're just sowing love into the community. If you can just give someone an affirmation card and say, may love cover you and comfort you today. If anything else, you know, a connection gets made and you have a conversation with someone or you pray for them or you hug them, all the better. But all we're doing is sowing these cards into the community. So this is our very first one, may love cover and comfort you today. And that, you know, so the idea and the inspiration behind this, guys, is to understand that the vibration of love, the frequency of love is so powerful. The spirit of love is so powerful that you never know whose life you've touched that day by just stopping them to give them a love affirmation. And then they take that with them and look at that, and it can shift the whole direction, you know, for the rest of their day. Or if someone is in a really bad place, you know, and was thinking about doing harm to themselves or someone else, it might just be that spark that makes them, that touches their heart to make them think twice about something. So we're little angels, right? We're messengers of love in the community, that we're just handing out love. That's all we're doing in our community. So that's 1.0 of Love Out Loud. Now, going forward, we plan on being at festivals and having our own vendor tables, you know, and merch and things at different festivals and representation at conferences. We do plan on, you know, larger deployments and doing different things. But right now, 1.0, building up our volunteer team really strong, just like all army, right? Of Love Out Loud, love agents, you know, that are ready to hit the streets and to do their part to sow love in our community. So yeah, it's pretty simple in concept, but we also know that love is so powerful and that this is a way for us to make a difference in our communities in such a simple way. So that's the affirmation side of the card that our community teams will be handing out. And then the, let me see if I can find the other side. Hold on one second. Yes, this is it. Let me see if I can pull this in. And this is the other side of the card that has all our information about Love Out Loud. It's got a QR code that they can scan to join our newsletter, to donate, to partner, to volunteer as well. So this is the information side of the movement. So if you're talking to someone, you give them a card and they're like, how do I find out more about you? It's on the other side. Just scan this QR code, join our newsletter, and you can join on the website to volunteer or to donate. So guys, it's pretty straightforward. I mean, it's a very, very straightforward, fun concept. But like I say, we know it's powerful, really, really powerful. Shantae, did I answer your questions?
Hey, Rebecca. Can you
Who's
hear
that?
me?
I can hear
That's
you.
Shanti. That's
Shanti,
Shanti. Yes.
Hi.
Hey.
Did I answer your questions?
Yeah, you did. I mean, I had the question about what the street teams were all about. You just answered that question for me. And as far as the affirmation cards, if you don't live in Atlanta, how do you get a hold of these cards?
So we are going to activate city by city, Shanti. So
Okay.
So where do you live?
Buffalo, New York.
Okay, so Buffalo, New York. So Shanti, you're the first person that I've heard come in from Buffalo, New York. So guess what, Shanti? And this is one of the things that I love. Everybody coming onto our volunteer list right now, the official volunteers coming in, like 95% of you are like, yes, I'll be a team leader. Like we're attracting leaders, you know, and like people coming in are like, yes, I'll lead a team. Yes, I'll help. So Shanti, you know, it's really just about saying, okay, Shanti wants to head up a team in Buffalo, just like we were just talking to Whitney about Charlotte. It's like,
Okay.
okay, they'll come up to Buffalo, get you going, and then we will be shipping you shirts, wristbands, all your affirmation cards, everything you need will be covered by Love Out Loud for you to make sure you're supplying the teams up there when they go and deploy. But we would plan on coming up to actually train with you. Either
Gotcha.
that or you make your way to Atlanta so you can train. But
Okay.
more than likely, I think that myself and my team will probably have to be going city by city to train, just
Mhm.
because it's one thing to come and see it yourself, but then like to go back and do it all yourself and have to train people, that's a lot. That's a
Yes.
lot. But if
Yeah.
we put the call out to say Buffalo's activating, you know,
Okay.
and we get your first 15 volunteers in Buffalo, and then we come up, we train, get you
Mhm.
guys going, then you'll be ready to rock and roll.
Awesome. Awesome. I think that was it so far.
All right.
That was it. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your questions. Okay, Tiana says, I'm in Houston. Let me know if you need help in Houston. Yes, we do, Tiana. Tiana, when I say like we are brand new, we're brand new, guys. So like, as you're coming in, you're like, what about my city? What? Yes, you will be your city. Like you will be the beginning of your city. So wherever you're at, guys, we are literally like really, really brand new. We just started activating and getting everything going just a couple of weeks ago. So we are literally like hitting the ground running. My PR team was like, wow, you're already doing a meet and greet in Atlanta and launching Atlanta. And it's just been like so fast. And it's like, but you know, for me, once I get my brain wrapped around something, I'm just ready to go. I take action. And so I'm really like, we'll be ready to, I think, like I said, Cleveland is next after Atlanta. We haven't decided who's after Cleveland. So we'll start lining cities up, guys, for activation. More than likely start looking at our volunteer list to see where our concentration of our volunteers are at, other than Atlanta and Cleveland, to see what cities would be easiest to activate based on where our volunteers are coming in from. But yes, Tiana, you want to do Houston? Yes, ma'am. We will help and activate Houston. And so you would be at the hub, at the center, at the very beginning of that and getting it going, if that makes sense, since it's brand new. It's not established yet. She would have a little party sign. Thank you, love. Did you have any other questions, Tiana?
No, that pretty much answered my question. So yeah, that sounds fun.
It is, you know, when I was writing the virtual training content for the corner teams and community teams, the corner teams are gonna be really lit. Like I was thinking of it like holding signs and just kind of like making people smile. That's like so cool, right? Like easy. Now it's gonna take a whole different type of person to walk up to people. That's a little bit like nerve-wracking. But I think that what's gonna happen is once we start doing this, we're gonna have a lot of people that it's purpose driven. It's going to give back so much to us that it will feel like ministry for some of you, right? That you're able to actually interact with people and sow love into people's lives. It's definitely this is all God driven, guys. It's all completely dedicated to God, completely ran off donations. And so, you know, any of you, anything you can sow into. So think of this, it costs us about $20 per volunteer to outfit you guys with your t-shirts, your wristbands, everything, not counting the cost of our signage and cards. And then think about as we expand city by city, right? The numbers get really crazy. So it's not that it's so expensive, but it's still expensive just by the sheer numbers, right? So any amount of money that you can sow into Love Out Loud, and of course, our volunteers, our street teams are the lifeblood of this movement, right? You are the crucial component of what we're doing. And so that is the first thing you can do to really get involved and to get back into help. Secondly, would be to make any type of a recurring donation. It doesn't even matter what the amount is that you could sow into the movement, into this mission to help us support, because that's one more t-shirt, one more wristband, one more sign that we can purchase in order to outfit our teams. So any amount that you can sow is really appreciated. Lala says, I tried to register to volunteer, but it wouldn't upload my ID. That's one of, I think we're seeing that issue sometimes on cell phones, Lala. So submit your, if it wouldn't go, it should go through, but if you need to send us your ID, email it to volunteer@joinloveoutloud.com, volunteer@joinloveoutloud.com. And we'll get it via email instead of you submitting it on the form. Tiana, did I answer all your questions, hon?
Yes, I'm just trying to find out, are you like the information that you just told Lala about?
So the volunteer application form, the link to that is on our website. We can actually put in your official volunteer application. Are you talking about the ID?
No, I was just like looking for a direct link. Is it in the email?
It is in the emails. If you've been on our list, we do send out the volunteer app link. I can grab it really quickly. Hold on one second. Let me go over here and I'm going to put it in the chat box. Okay, I'm going to put it right here in the chat box. That's the direct link to the application form, the official form that you fill out. Okay. Faith, hi, Auntie. I had to jump off. I'm in between taking kiddos. We'll be in touch soon. Okay, Faith, thank you, sweetheart. It's so good to see you. Thank you for joining us tonight. Okay, any other questions, guys? That's the link to the volunteer form. Trying to think of anything else. The virtual training is in an actual digital course. So once you fill out your official form, you will get a link to our digital course content where you go in and you just watch the video, download your workbooks, and just make sure you study the content to make sure you do your training to be a volunteer and a street team member. Okay, so it's virtual. And then if you have any questions, you can always email us, or you can come back on an open Q&A and we can answer any questions you have after you take virtual training. Okay, any other questions? The 22nd in Atlanta, we are having a photo shoot. For any of you who are going to make your way to Atlanta for the meet and greet or for the launch in Atlanta on the 22nd, the meet and greet is this Saturday, the 15th, where we will be actually distributing shirts and our wristbands and practicing with our signs and our affirmation cards. And then on the 22nd, we're actually out in the community in Smyrna, Georgia, with our corner teams and handing out affirmation cards. And if you're not able to attend the meet and greet, but you are coming on the 22nd, we'll have your shirt and wristband for you on the 22nd when you arrive as well. So you don't have to be at the meet and greet to get your shirt. You can get that at on the 22nd. So we're revving up on our inventory to make sure we have enough shirts on the 22nd for everybody to have a shirt. On the 22nd, right? Because it's going to be photo shoot and video, try to be as good looking as possible. No other way for me to put it, just to be photo shoot ready, because these are pictures we're going to use for our website and for our social media content, of course. Yeah. Okay. Any other questions, guys? As you guys can see, it's a lot of fun. This is going to be a lot of fun. We expect it to be a really great turnout on the 22nd. For those of you guys who are really extroverted and outgoing and don't mind talking to people, we're going to need you on those community teams to hand out affirmation cards. And I think that for some of you, you'll see that in action. And maybe right now you think you just want to do a corner team, but you'll see the community teams in action handing out cards, and you can realize you can do it too. That it's, you know, it may sound a little intimidating, but it's doable. Nancy says, "Thanks, Rebecca, I'll see how I can serve and get back to you." Okay, sweetheart. Thank you for joining us, Nancy. Did somebody else have a question?
I had a quick question. So
Okay.
for the meet and greet and for as well the 22nd, the official launch, what would you recommend we put on since we're gonna, I guess, be outside?
So in your virtual training, we give recommendations for your
Okay.
Love Out Loud uniform. So you'll be
Okay.
your t-shirt, and it can be shorts, it can be jeans, it can be some leggings, whatever is comfortable for you and keeps you comfortable for the weather, whether that's cold or hot, depending on the time of the year. We just ask it to be modest, right? Not Daisy Dukes, no cheeks. Out, you know, trying to sow love, not the cheeks, into the community, and then no low riding pants, no hanging pants for men, you know, just to be respectful of making sure we represent Love Out Loud and that we're not taking the attention away from our cause.
Right.
With a little bit too much going on. So yeah, just you know, shorts, jeans, anything comfortable, just so that you're able to be comfortable while you're volunteering.
Okay, perfect. And you would recommend that on the 15th as well for the meet and greet. Okay.
Because you're gonna have your t-shirt and you'll put that on, and we'll actually be doing some practice runs with each other to approach each other with affirmation cards. We'll do some practice. And then
Yeah.
we'll go out to the corners with our signs and start practicing for our corner teams as well.
Okay. Ooh, I'm excited.
Practice. Yeah, it's exciting. We're gonna have fun. Okay, Anuma, she says, "Hi, Rebecca, I have to get back to work, but I'll definitely love to join the community teams." Awesome, sweetheart. I can't wait. Whitney, thank you for all your questions. I'm sure other people had questions too, and you're asking great questions. So it answers the questions for everybody.
No problem. I'm trying not to hog the mic because I am very talkative.
Fine, you're gonna be great on the community teams. Like,
Yes.
that's gonna work out great. Thank you so much, Whitney. Thank you, love. Okay. Let's see. I don't see any other questions in the chat, guys, and I don't see anybody else raising their hands for any other questions. Please make sure to get your volunteer forms submitted in time for the meet and greet and in time for the 22nd, in time for you to do your virtual training and get that done as well. Your donations, we need donations to cover the cost of all the ramp up. And also, as we begin to activate the other cities, of course, we're going to need all the support that we can get financially to get this off the ground and to really get the ball rolling. So we appreciate, there's power in numbers, right? There's power in numbers. So any amount you give, no matter how big or how small, is greatly appreciated. All right, guys, if there's no more questions, love and light. I will see everyone on the 15th who's making their way to Atlanta for our meet and greet. I'll see you on the 22nd for our Atlanta launch and photo shoot for those of you who are coming down. And then we'll be activating more cities as we begin to move forward after we get Atlanta going. All right. Blessings in abundance. Talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.